Hello there everybody, and welcome to another one of my video blogs for the BABCNE newsletter. We're just fresh back from a fantastic visit to Rhode Island. We thoroughly enjoyed the Ocean State. We got to meet the governor, the lieutenant governor, the mayor of Providence, University of Rhode Island. We went to Rye Hub, their new base for fostering innovation and creativity. We met some of the Royal Naval commanders who are based at the US Naval War College in Newport. We had some fantastic conversations with Stefan Pryor and Hilary Fagan at Commerce RI, and they're very interested in looking at a potential trade delegation. Huge thanks to some familiar names to BABCNE, first to Paul Snape of Great British Marketing for convening a fantastic drinks reception on Wednesday afternoon to introduce us to some of the British businesses and folks with connections to the UK in the Rhode Island area, and also to Kathy Terrio, who was US Commercial Service in Rhode Island, but is now moving on, I think, to bigger things here in Boston. We also met a couple of British companies and companies with links to the UK, both Oyster Yachts, fantastic, prestigious yachting yacht building company based with offices in Newport, and we also met representatives from Hasbro and FM Global, and we also enjoyed some fantastic pork pies from Hartley's of Smithfield, which I highly recommend you going and tasting when you're next there. One of my favourite events during our pop-up consulate visit to Rhode Island was an offshore wind supply chain roundtable that I chaired, hosted by the Cambridge Innovation Centre in Providence. And it included British companies like Boston Energy, Burns & McDonnell, GV Wind, Osbit, Exodus, Seajax, in partnership with local Rhode Island companies such as Commerce RI, Provport, and Orsted also took part in the conversation, and it was a great opportunity to talk about offshore wind and some of the opportunities that sector represents in Rhode Island, which of course as a state has always been at the forefront of offshore wind development. The Block Island wind farm was America's first offshore wind farm and still is until the arrival of Vineyard Wind in Massachusetts in a couple of years' time. I think there's a huge scope for more cooperation between the consulate and Rhode Island, particularly I think on climate and oceans, particularly with regards to the research going on plastic and sustainable aquaculture. I think there's also quite a lot of scope for further discussions about food and food technology, linking into climate change, to science and innovation, and also to our trade policy as well. So that was a fantastic trip. That means we've now done pop-up consulates to all of the states that we cover, with the exception of Massachusetts. But stay tuned for some interesting projects that we've got in the pipeline for Massachusetts in the autumn. I want to say a big welcome to a couple of new staff. Richard Abbott is the new DIT sector Director for Capital Investment for North America. He started engaging VCs, corporate VCs, wealth management and family offices across the United States. So please say hi if you see him around. He comes to us with a wealth of private sector experience. I also wanted to say a warm welcome to Victoria Meyer, who started as my new executive assistant. I'm delighted to have somebody in that job after a couple of months of not having office support in that area. We're looking forward to a busy autumn, hopefully with a visit from the ambassador in the early autumn. And the DIT Advanced Engineering team is looking to bring 10 British aerospace and defence companies to participate in the Vermont Manufacturing Summit. And we're also quite busy preparing for the HLTH Health Conference in Boston this October. So I hope you're all doing well, you're getting some rest and relaxation over the summer, and we look forward to seeing you again in the autumn.